Hello everyone, welcome back to Timberborn. This is episode 2 of the Megabuild Let's Play series. In the first episode, you can see we established the foundation of this Megabuild. We are working on getting a lot of wood because there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to be building. We got some of the basics set up like food and water, and then we have some housing, some inventors' huts, and then we've been planting a lot of trees. In today's episode, we're going to be working on getting some bad water over here. That way we can start getting some dynamite to start shaping the channel a little bit. And we're also going to get this smelter set up. We need some more gears, so we are going to be turning this on soon. Although we're running a little bit low on wood, so probably the order of operations will be have some trees grow up, start cutting them down, and then making planks and then some gears. And then we'll need to mark all of these trees for cutting, but these ones are going to take quite a while to grow up. Takes them 30 days and they're only 44% of the way through. We are collecting a decent amount of scrap metal. Have some beavers working in these scavenger flags, collecting some of the raw materials over here. And since we're only limited to these 2 different scrap metal piles, we will eventually need to get a mine set up over here. And in the design, we're going to have a bridge going across here. And there's a big announcement for the channel. We just hit 1,000 subscribers a couple days ago. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed and supported the channel along the way. And now that we hit 1,000 subscribers, there will be a 1,000 sub Q&A coming up soon. I am looking forward to making that video, so stay tuned on when that will be coming out. And be sure to leave any questions down below that you have about either the channel, Timberborn, or myself. We had some great questions in the last video, so let's keep it going. So now I'm noticing that I don't think we actually have any campfires, which are pretty easy to make. Although we have no wood, so maybe we'll wait just a little bit. It has been a few days and we are finally getting just a little bit of wood. It's not a whole lot, but it's at least enough to get some of these planks created. And we're almost at the point where we finish putting in all the planks and then we can start turning on this gear workshop. And you can see that we have the smelter set up now. So now we're going to have a beaver working in there. He's going to get some scrap metal all the way from over here. We should probably set up a hauling post. Might be a good spot over here to do that. But we will need some more beavers, and we have all the breeding pods turned on right now. Getting their well-being up will probably be a good thing to work on. So let's also get a campfire set up right here, and then maybe look at getting a couple showers as well. And now that we have the smelter set up and we actually are getting some metal blocks, we can go ahead and unlock the deep bad water pump. And then we're going to go ahead and place it right up here. We will need to build some stairs to get over to this area. We have this path set up and a bunch of stairs going up there. Then they'll be able to start creating this bad water pump. And then we can also recollect some of the resources from these platforms. And then we'll place in some more water wheels which will help power these 2 buildings. And then we'll probably need to get another lumber mill or gear workshop. I'm not quite sure which one yet. And we have another drought approaching at the end of cycle 3. And so one thing that I am going to do is I want to record having all this constructed. But as you can see, we don't really have that many resources. So what I'll need to do is wait until we have some stockpiled up. Then I can unpause these and then go ahead and record the building process. As you can see, we once again have a pretty short drought. It's only a day long. And we do have some trees that have grown up. So there's going to be a lot more wood available. And then we're going to have some of these foresters start replanting. We have another one up here. Although he's not really doing much, so we can pause him for now. And now we have a decent amount of wood stocked up. We're up to 86 and we have 60 planks already. What we'll go ahead and do is unpause these after the drought has finished. We now have access to bad water over here. You can see the pump is working extremely well. He has a nice little spot for his nozzle to fit in. We just need to make some bad water storage now. I think for now I'm going to make another lumber mill over here and place that down, and then we'll have the beavers start working on that when they can get to it. Not super important. But we could look at getting an explosives factory set up over here. Although this actually might be an even better spot to have it. There's plenty of power throughout this network, so let's go ahead and move that over here. We have enough science, so let's unlock it. For pretty much all these buildings, I will need to relocate them. So we haven't been working on their well-being at all. We have a single campfire over here, and it looks like we're actually maxed out on scrap metal. So let's go ahead and pause a couple of these guys for now. But in terms of well-being, we could use another shower and then probably some more fun stuff for them to do. Well, we have some extra resources. Let's get a scratcher for some of these beavers. We'll unlock that and then fit a couple of them right back here. I think we might want to get another gear workshop set up over here. So we somehow maxed out our wood, which is honestly a good problem to have. So let's look at getting some more storage set up over on top of some of these buildings. I know that we're going to have a shortage of wood at some point in the future, so the more we can store up now, the better. And we do have the explosives factory, which just came online. We also have enough science to unlock dynamite, which is right here. And then as soon as we have a little bit of dynamite stocked up, we can start reshaping this riverbed a little bit. So I've been working on getting a bunch of storage set up. We have even more large industrial piles over here to store some wood because these guys are almost filled up. And then we're going to get a large industrial pile set up for the metal blocks because we really should be holding more than just 40 metal blocks. And then we also have some more storage set up for dynamite. And the plan is going to be that we will dynamite everything along here. And we're going to have to go in a few stages because I don't have extract unlocked yet. And that is what we use to get the double and triple dynamite. But we'd have to wait quite a bit before we could get that. And it's not really worth doing it all at once. It's much better to just get it done right now, because then once we have that done, we can start getting some walls set up, and then we'll get to see the mega build start to really unfold. It has been a few days and we're still in stockpiling mode. I'm going to need at least 100 dynamite to get this whole section blown away, so we're just waiting for some of the dynamite storage to fill up. In the meantime, we made it our first medium water storage tank, and then we actually want to unpause this guy right now. Although we'll probably be having a drought come along in the next few days. If it were to be a bad tide, then I would probably need to make an emergency spillway over here just to divert the bad water. And we have another drought approaching, nothing new, but we're in a pretty good spot with all the water that we have stored up, and also considering it's on easy mode. But we're about halfway to as many explosives as we need, and overall we're doing pretty good. We have a lot of wood stored up, and then we're getting some of the other resources stored up as well. Planks, metal blocks, and gears. With the drought approaching in just a couple days, we're going to have a lot of unemployed beavers since all of our power revolves around either water or bad water flowing. So we're going to make a few inventor's huts to help rack up some more science while we're waiting. And oh my goodness, we have so many trees that are growing up. We have plenty of log storage space, but I think it's just limited by lumberjacks right now. But like I said, a good problem to have, having a lot of wood. One thing I will need to get sorted out in the future is a permanent storage location, because right now it's all on top of these houses, which they're going to be moved. So I think for now we're going to have a kind of more medium term storage area set up over here, because I have a bunch of small storages, but we really want to have some big ones to be able to fit a lot more resources. And you can see the beavers just finished clearing out some of the trees over here, which means that we're going to be able to place some more large industrial piles in this area. This is going to allow us to move some of these other large industrial piles in the future to be over here. And then we will also be able to make some more warehouses over here to store food, dynamite, and whatever else we need. And you can see we actually have an injured beaver, which means that we need to get a medical bed. And I guess we unlocked it, but we didn't place one yet. So let's go ahead and make that right here and high prioritize it. And route number 4 has ended. You can see that, what the heck is happening? I don't know if I've ever seen this before, but we can unpause this guy, get some more bad water collected, and then we can also start unpausing these water pumps. And more importantly, we can start unpausing the explosives factory, because we are waiting on explosives right now to get all of this cleared out. And all of these trees died because I put this set of dams in and it was just bad water that was over here. I don't love that. So I guess this beaver is going to be replanting all the trees over here. I really just wanted this placed here so that when a bad tide happens and the water is not flowing this way, we don't have bad water backing up in this direction. So I guess when that does happen, this whole area is going to die anyways. We are so close to hitting the 100 dynamite mark, and as soon as we do, we're going to start filling in this section. It's taking a little bit longer than I was hoping to get some dynamite. And before we start placing the dynamite, we do want to switch it so that we have the builders prioritized. We'll probably pause some of the lumberjacks, or at least we'll reduce them to the lowest priority, because we want the building to happen pretty quickly for the time lapse. And so we finished placing all the dynamite. We haven't detonated it quite yet, but we're going to do that here in just a second. First, I'm just doing a quick resource check. It looks like everything is good. We used up about 100 dynamite since I think about 3 days passed, and we made around 18 dynamite during that time. And we just detonated all the dynamite. We have some more that we'll have to start getting rid of. But we did increase the volume of water over here, which is pretty cool. Now we just need to save up some more dynamite. But while we wait for the dynamite to accumulate, I think we're going to build up this storage area. We're going to build some of the platforms that will get us to the multiple levels, and then put some more storage units over here. And you can see we have all of the storages. We have quite a bit. We need to assign a lot of these, but I think we'll probably hold off until we have stuff that we know we want to store over here. And in the meantime, it looks like we have been accumulating a bit of dynamite. Just need to figure out how much we need to detonate everything over here. Right after we finish detonating all of this, we'll start putting some walls up here, but we will need to put them up over here, which means that we need to relocate these. And this is actually one of the perfect things that we can move. We don't need the storage over here. We can have the food over in this area. So let's go ahead and exit here. We want to have this be emptied. I guess we could just get rid of it, and then they'll go move all this stuff into here naturally. And we have another drought approaching. It is almost the end of cycle 5. We're doing pretty good. Water, we could use a little bit more, so let's turn this water pump around for now. Yeah, this is running a little bit lower than we'd like. We are up to 46 beavers, and we're doing pretty good overall. We have some more trees that are growing up. No shortage of wood right now. Looks like we have another injured beaver wandering around. We'll need to make a few more medical beds. We'll go ahead and throw a couple in over here, and eventually we will have a permanent location, but we're just trying to fit stuff in where we can right now. And then we'll also want to start relocating some of these showers. So we'll move 2 of those right over here. No, we'll do a third one as well. And we are starting to run a little bit low on food. We're only down to 97 kohlrabi. We could probably look at getting some of the trees over here and switching it to other foods. We'll probably stick to the basics like cassavas, and then maybe we'll start doing some soybeans, but that also requires canola, I'm pretty sure. So we'll probably just stick with kohlrabi and cassava for now. And then we can also get some hydroponic gardens set up soon. These will be an excellent food source for the beavers long term, since it takes up just a 3x3 grid. And then we do have some blueberries planted over here, which I'm just realizing it's kind of in the world's strongest shape. Maybe a little bit. We are going to be relocating some of these berries when we start changing the stream to go zigzagging. And speaking of stream, we have enough dynamite. We can start placing that over in this area. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and I'll see you in just a minute. And now we only have a few rows left, and I probably won't record this because it's just such a small amount. But we do have the water returning from the end of the drought. We are starting a new wet season. You can see that the bad water is also coming back. Going to power some of these buildings and also kill some of these trees again, most likely. I'm probably just going to switch it so that they don't plant trees over here because it's not really worth it. And that is where we're going to wrap up today's episode. We made some good progress. We have a lot of wood stored up, which I was not expecting to have happen this early on. And in the next episode, we're really going to get to start watching the mega build get constructed, now that we can actually start building some stuff adjacent to the new stream bed. We still need to shape this a little bit, but this is a good start, especially considering we have dynamite now. And then just another quick reminder to leave any questions you have for the 1000 subscriber Q&A special. And if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and smash that like button. And with that, I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.